Hello and welcome to Hope Through Jumbled Minds. My name is Mary. And today I want to talk about two words that I learned that have totally different meaning than it did back when I was a young one. So I did learn this from the newer generation, and it has to do with the words crash out. Apparently, crash out does not mean you fell asleep on someone's couch or someone's carpet because you laid down and you knocked out. Apparently, it means you become angry and aggressive and punch and break things. That is what a lot of the younger generation is calling crash out, when they lose their temper and start destroying, breaking, punching things. Not entirely what it was when I was growing up, but it was something new, which goes to show that you are never too old to learn something new. I did. Would I have seen it that way back then? Probably not. But I'm open to whatever comes my way to learn a little bit more about the younger generation and how they live their lives and how they perceive life itself. So for me, I had those phases and some years back, and had you asked me a few years ago, I probably would have said that's what that looks like for me. But I've learned not to take things personal. I have learned to meet people where they're at. And I have learned that other people are not always in the mode of attack. And so, me not taking it personal kind of puts the ball in their court and see what their reaction is going to be to my non reactive sense. I tend not to react as much as I used to. I still slip. I'm human. I still do slip. And more times than not, that looks like sarcasm. I do tend to tell people I am the queen of sarcasm. It's a defense mechanism. It has been for me for many years. And I don't intend it to come out as much as it does, but it still does. But I can kind of reel myself in and correct the situation before it does get out of hand or before offense is taken. Many people, because they're not used to people reacting in a kind and nice way, even though it's sarcastic, but they're still not fighting, arguing, yelling, screaming, shouting, or hitting. People don't know how to react when their sense of life is always in defense mode. When you don't get defensive with people that are always on defense mode, it tends to uneven the balance scale to where it throws them off. Now you're acting nice, you're pretending to care, is what most people seem to think about. I used to think that way. They're just being nice to me. They don't care about me. They're just trying to be polite. Believe it or not, I want to say 80 to 90% of the time, that is not the case. People are sincerely, if they're asking you politely and nicely and calmly, chances are that they are being sincere with what they're trying to help you with. Open up, talk to people. You will be surprised what you can learn. And like I said, sarcasm can come out in so many people. It's a natural defense reaction. At least it is for me. So don't take offense to it. Overlook the offensive part and try to get to the bottom of it. Many times being sarcastic is a defense mechanism for that person, trying to be sarcastic so that they don't get hurt. And for many people, when you are nice to them and they're going through a crash out phase, they don't know what to do with it. They don't know how to react to people being kind because they're so used to being attacked, to being called names, to being hit at times. They don't know what to do with it. So their defense mechanism is push that person away. They're going to hurt me eventually, so I'm just going to push you away before you get a chance to hurt me. That to me is a defense mechanism to the beginning of a crash out phase. Because once they push you away, once they get you out of their way, the crash out may come, and now they're feeling guilty. Now they're feeling ashamed if in fact they realize that that was not a game, that was not a facade of sorts. They were not joking around. They were sincerely trying to help you and be kind and be nice. A lot of time guilt settles in for the person that is getting ready to crash out, and that looks so different. Be prepared for it, be ready for it, and prepare yourself to a reaction for that, because you're going to have to, and I don't mean react in a negative way, but you're going to have to kind of de-escalate that particular situation, person, what have you, and get them through that crash out phase. Sometimes it's going to get worse before it even gets better, and there may be times where it's never going to get better. But don't take offense to it. Look at it as another day will come, and they may remember today. It may not have the reaction that you expected today, but if they get to thinking about it, chances are when that happens again, you'll be on their mind, and they'll start thinking, maybe they were trying to help me. Look at it that way. Always be ready to help someone, especially when they're in crash out phase. Once again, crash out, not meaning that you passed out on somebody's sofa or carpet or sleep. It means they're ready to start breaking things and punching and hitting things or people. That is a crash out. Something new for me. I learned something new, and just paying it forward for those of you that may have heard that and don't even realize that that's what they're talking about. Help someone who happens to be in crash out mode. You'll be surprised what kind of a difference you can make in their lives if you're persistent and continue to show kindness, caring, and love. Everyone deserves to be hugged and loved and be told that they are doing great. Encourage one another. That is the message for today. Just encouragement, and help someone who you may see as going through a crash out phase. Thank you all for coming. Greatly appreciated. You all have a blessed day while you continue to smile.